I started with me driving my present car to a garden centre. I mused momentarily over the fact that for some reason, when first setting off, I got confused over the gears and had put it in drive when I meant to reverse, and then reverse when I meant to set off. Next thing I knew, I was inside the garden centre. Unlike ones on the physical side, at least any I've ever been in, and that's quite a few, inside there was a large open area with several rows of wooden chairs arranged in an almost semicircular fashion, as if awaiting some kind of show or lecture. They were virtually all empty, although there appeared to be plenty of people milling about elsewhere, buying stuff and so forth. I perched myself on the end chair to the right of, I think, the second row. I appeared to be holding, put my teeth in, I appeared to be holding and fingering some kind of largish crystal-like spherical object that was covered in what looked like flat, pointy scales, rather like those on an armadillo. At my side on the floor was a glass of some kind of juice or other soft drink. I was watching with curiosity a man I somehow knew was the owner of the establishment, although he looked rather like a farmer or some such the way he was dressed. He appeared to be picking up some strange items from the floor that resembled sea urchins with their spiny appearance. Inspecting them in turn, he put most of them in a bag, but discarded at least one of them. I then got up and exited through a nearby door, only to find I was now standing in a hospital-like setting. It was a smallish room, but crowded with apparent medical staff in white coats coming and going. From the throng suddenly emerged a woman I knew. She had many years ago taught me Reiki Part 3 at her home in Dunstable, the town I now work in. I have bumped into her in the town once or twice in fairly recent times, but in the dream she looked much younger, much like she was at the time of the Reiki sessions, only with very striking, almost hypnotic blue eyes. She greeted me and said something I did not hear, and then as quickly as she had appeared, she disappeared in the masses of people. Right, thoughts on the dream. The opening driving sequence again seems to signify an uncertainty of direction. If the farmer figure were also a real guide, as I was the only one watching him and everyone else seemed oblivious, the bag sequence may have been for my benefit. Maybe the bulk of the spiny things being bagged represented also the bulk of the oblivious population, and the odd one not bagged an aware exception. We don't know what's going to happen to those in the bag. Although I now know Reiki is frowned upon as a way of taking on the karma of the individual receiving it, and I therefore no longer practice it. I think my ex-tutor still symbolises a more aware being than the majority. I had met her at many New Agey workshops and the like in the past. Here, the majority are here represented by the masses of hospital staff, evidently all caught up in the COVID nonsense.
Okay, Peter. Yeah, none of these things are needed anymore, even though they look good, etc. And they're all just silly little things because it's about your awareness. And you said that when you're about to drive the car and drive, it went into reverse or whatever. So again, it's just it's paying attention. That's all. It's simply paying attention. So just imagine like if you're in the car and you throw it in reverse, but you want to drive. And I remember one time I did that too when I was very, very young, about 12 years old, and I got in the neighbor's car and I crashed it in the garage, etc. So we've all been there. We've done these things, but it's just a heads up about attention. Every moment, pay attention to what you're doing. So again, it's just a heads up. So yeah, that was good. Thank you.